Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching Glenda's Dragons Den. Just wanted to take this moment to say thank you to the audience. Thank you to everyone who shows up every week, whether when it's going live or in recording or rerun, however you want to call it. And I just want to also thank everyone for liking it, sharing it, and subscribing. For those that do not know, there was a question sent out to me just last week. No, my subscriptions on YouTube right now or anywhere else, except for Conscious Awakening Network, are completely free. Conscious Awakening Network, you do have to become a member, and then you have not just access to my exclusive stuff, but everybody else's exclusive stuff. So, with that being said, I want to thank you again for being here and join the chat. See some good questions out here, and let me know what you feel. And always, you know where to find me. So today we have
I know what I'm feeling.
Bryan-Jon Laverty, who already started.
Yeah. I got to start something. I got to do something at the beginning of the show.
No,
right?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course you do. Of course.
Yeah. Always. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's true. I always do something right at the beginning. Okay.
So, for those, which I find strange that they might not know you, but for those that don't know you, give us a little background.
That
Bali,
yeah.
sir.
Oh, good God. Yeah. I will say I liked the opening there with your banner or your thumbnail or whatever. There's a lot going on in there.
Yes,
a lot going on. Wow. A lot of pictures, a lot of flair and things.
I'm a Gemini.
And what's that?
I'm a Gemini. I like all the bells
There
and
you go.
whistles.
Yeah. Well, that's why we get along so well, because I'm a Cancer.
There you go.
Right? Yeah.
There you go.
So.
So tell us a little bit about you. What you've been up to? Where you going?
There's, it's interesting. There's quite a bit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, with Global Ghost Hunt coming up in October, October 16th. So we're working on that, and I'm working on a few things regarding that. The template for the doc series that we're going to be doing after the Global Ghost Hunt. So if people are interested in signing up, they get an opportunity to possibly be in this documentary that we will be creating for the Global Ghost Hunt. So that's another probably pretty good reason to sign up with the Global Ghost Hunt if you haven't yet. So, so a lot going on with that, a lot going on with Health Empowers You, Facebook page and Instagram page, my website. I'm going to be starting a new show. And I haven't decided if I'm going to go live or if I'm going to record it and then edit it. Haven't decided if I'm going to be doing that. Sometimes I think it's better to go live, but the problem with live now is if you place any lives on Facebook, it gets deleted within 30 days.
Yes.
With the new thing on Facebook, which is really, really unfortunate because it seems like with Parapost Network Central, almost every other day I'm getting a message that this video is going to be deleted if it's not saved, which is really unfortunate thing that Facebook is doing now. But it is what it is, and hopefully somewhere down the road we got a little bit of a surprise happening when it comes to Parapost. So we'll see if that comes together soon. But Health Empowers You page, I'm starting this new show called Health Empowers You Farmers Market Edition, which basically means that I'm going to be going out and filming local farmers market within the GTA or Toronto. So, and let's see if I can go any further than that. You know what I mean? Like maybe outside of Ontario, maybe out west or something. We'll see how it goes, but that's what I'm doing. And Glenda has a show on Health Empowers You page on Wednesdays at 3:00. If you have not seen it, go over and check it out on Health Empowers You Facebook page. So the page is doing extremely well. So I've been, I'll be honest, I've been working on that probably the most out of anything right now.
Mhm.
And then obviously stuff that I'm doing at home, and then obviously my acting and all that. Yeah, so I ended up getting to auditions today that are going to
Good.
be on Monday. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot. There's a lot going on, and all good things, all positive things, of course.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, for those that have not signed up yet, when is the deadline? We want to make
The
sure that they
deadline,
get there.
yeah, the deadline's August 31st.
Hmm.
Will be the deadline of signing up for the Global Ghost Hunt. And if you want to sign up, just go over to globalghosthunt.com and register your team, your location. If you don't have a location yet, that's fine. Still go to the site, register your team, and then once you've registered, then you can look for a spot. We just don't want you to miss out.
Right.
So the last day is August 31st.
Right. Now, full disclosure, I am part of the admin team. so,
Yes, you are.
so
We just don't know what.
we don't know what I'm doing
Yeah,
yet, but I'm
she
just
shows up
saying.
for the meetings and it's like, "Hey, Glenda, how's it going?" No. Glenda did really well last year. We had an event that happened last year.
Mhm.
That we had three investigations going on at once. We had some bumps and bruises during that, but of course that's going to happen when it's live.
Mhm.
So and then Glenda also, if they want, the teams can talk to her
Right.
before they do their investigation to get any ideas, maybe things that Glenda's seeing that they might be able to ask or see or whatever it is. Glenda's there to help the teams, and hopefully this year Glenda will be a little more used than she was last year. And that
Wow,
sounds bad.
used.
You know what I mean. So yeah, hopefully people want her advice, and hopefully that happens. So
Or hopefully not, because then that means that we have teams that know what they're doing and that they are well educated and well
well, I don't think it's
prepared.
only that. I think it's more along the lines of, maybe you're seeing something
Oh
that,
yeah.
a person or a spirit or what's going on in there. Maybe you have some answers for them before they start
Hmm.
their investigation. So it's about giving, using was probably the wrong word, but yeah, but advice. How about that? Get
There you
advice
go.
from Glenda,
The consultant, the
the consultant. Yeah,
metaphysical consultant.
yeah, yeah. Except without the mat.
Where
And if
wow.
people don't get that, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
yeah.
So, um, now this is how many years you've been doing this?
So this is going to be the third year.
Right.
And the great thing is, in the past, there has been an entrance fee.
Mhm.
This year, it is free.
Right.
So we decided to do it free this year to get some of the people that were there at the beginning, and
Hmm.
hopefully they can come back. And there are people coming back that were there at the beginning.
Hmm.
So we'll bring those back, and then we'll see what happens with this one, and if we continue with it being no entrance or no entry fee.
Right.
So we'll see what happens in the future with that. But no
Hmm.
entrance fee, so it's completely free, and
And we get to see places
yes,
for free. We get
and
to
there's going to be
see,
prizes.
right?
There's going to be
And
a prize this year. There's
hmm.
going to be a prize. So if you sign up, you're automatically entered into the draw to
Hmm.
win by our sponsor, Deluxe Supplements. You're going to get uh, 4 products, and the value of those 4 products are between $200 to $300. So you're going to
Hmm.
get 4 products. So Pal, who's the owner of Deluxe Supplements, who's our sponsor, says, yeah, in fact, it's actually kind of funny. He actually wanted to give 8 products.
Wow.
But I said, let's do 4 this one, and maybe we'll talk about maybe doing more next year, and
Right.
maybe having a couple of
Yeah,
winners
that'd be
instead of
good.
just one winner. So yeah, so if you sign up, you automatically get into the draw to win $200 or $260 or 4 products of your choice, which values between $200 to $300. And that will be announced at the end of the event.
Right.
So, yeah.
Good. And I know that some people have said to me, well, he used to do this twice a year, but it's a lot easier to do once a year because it's, especially in October, it just sets itself for a more powerful and full of experiences time, because October is when all the ghouls come out.
Apparently. Well, yeah, I will say that when we did it in May, that's when the veil is a little bit thinner in May as well.
Right.
At the beginning or end of April, the veil is quite thin. So that was a good time to do it as well. I decided to do it once this year. It's just because it's a lot when it's twice.
Right.
So we wanted to try to see if the once will work. But there's some things in the background that I'm unable to share right now. But if it does happen, then we'll probably go back to twice a year. But it all depends. This year I just decided, you know what, I just want to do it once this year. It wasn't for any particular reason other than I just want to do it once this year.
Right.
So yeah.
And it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
People should see the final product on screen and that's it, but they don't realize all the administration and all the paperwork, basically, and all the
planning,
getting coordinating everything and all that other stuff, and the little videos that you guys give for promotion and the
thumbnails.
Yeah,
it's tough because what we were doing in the first couple of years, that we were giving 2 thumbnails, 2 promotion videos. So that would be over a 4-month period, right?
Right.
And that's a lot. And then when it came down to the scheduling, it was a lot. And then dealing with the different time zones was a lot. And then actually having some people in the background that are actually going to be sitting there watching the videos. And then on top of that, dealing with the people that are not going live and are recording there. And then we have to get on their butt to get the recording to us before the event.
Right.
And sometimes what people were doing is they were recording during the event, which doesn't make sense at all, because you'd want to record before the event.
Right.
And we tell people that because in the actual sign up, it says, are you recording or are you going live? And if you're recording, what is your date of recording? Exactly. And if it's during the event, that doesn't make sense.
No, you want it ahead of time so you could submit it. So if there's a problem, internet goes out any given time. Things could go crazy. Technology.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
And it is a little bit challenging when it comes to the lives, because we've had all kinds of interesting things happen, like trying to show people how to go from portrait to landscape, which you would think is foolish, but it's not, because it's a lot more difficult to really follow an investigation when you have it in portrait rather than landscape. Landscape is much better. But there's those small little things that make it, you might say, well, that's nothing. Well, you know what? When you have 20 groups that are all doing the same thing and you're trying to explain this is the way you need to do it, it's like it's a lot of work. And not hey, listen, I'm sitting here saying it's a lot of work, but we also enjoy it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise it wouldn't be done.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's a lot of work. But again, I'm looking back, and if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have done I probably would have done things a little bit differently. The 10 days is a lot. And paranormal hangover really, really sets in after those 10 days.
Yeah.
And I'm exhausted by the end of those 10 days. And, again, I'm not complaining. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, the faster people sign up, the better it is, so we could get everything else rolling and the background stuff could get done.
Max,
Max,
come
what are you
here.
doing?
He's tearing apart the couch. Calm down. Come here.
Max. He's like, you're not going to let me in? That's it. I'm there.
No, he isn't. So anyhow, no, it is a lot of fun. It really is, and it's usually me and Matt in the background,
Mm-hmm.
doing the producing and all that stuff, and we have a lot of fun. And sometimes we'll get on the phone. We'll be talking to each other about the investigation and seeing all the different people and their styles and their techniques. And
Mm-hmm.
there I will say there has been some interesting ones, but you know um but and that's the great thing about it. You get to see all these different techniques and
Right.
styles, and some of the equipment they use, and some of the equipment they don't know how to use, and you know so it really it's a lot of fun. And me and Matt have a lot of fun in the back, and watching these investigations. And we've had some really really cool investigations happening
Mm-hmm.
with the global ghost hunt. And then we have a particular group that likes to dress up on their
Mm-hmm.
investigation. Rootless destinations. Melissa and Heidi dressing up as when they were in the jail, or dressing
Right.
up when they were at the fort, and they
Yes.
were dressed up as nuns.
Right.
And it's crazy. It's crazy stuff, and it's a lot of fun to watch if you're. I'm sure it's a lot of fun to watch if you're just an audience member watching.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of fun for us as well, because we get to see it from the beginning to the end.
Right.
And what I mean is, like, all the work and stuff like that. So once it's done, and we see the success that everybody's had during the event, it means a lot to me,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm definitely one of the reasons why I started the Global Ghost Hunt was not only because of the locations, was because of the real investigators out there, trying to get their videos out there and get their experiences, get
Right.
their videos out there. And because sometimes, like, I think the first year there were teams signing up that I'd never ever heard of before, and it was good to see them on there, because I know most of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was interesting seeing some teams sign up that I'd never heard of before, and seeing their investigations. It's a lot of
Right.
fun. It's a lot. You know what? It's a lot of fun.
It
It really
is.
is a lot of fun.
It really is. And just seeing how even within the team, each little unit within the team does their investigations differently.
Yeah, I will say we've had some interesting ones, to
Mm-hmm.
say the least.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not making fun of them at all. I'm not.
No, they
It's
each
it's just
person gets the information their own way.
yeah,
So
yeah, and it's interesting. I've seen some interesting. You know what? I think I will say this.
mm-hmm.
I think really quickly the experienced paranormal investigators compared to the new ones,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell right away, the difference between. And we've had new investigators
Mm-hmm.
on Global Ghost Hunt because they thought this was an opportunity for them to get their teams out there, and it did.
Right.
It did
Right.
get their teams out there, and because they were new, they thought it would be a great opportunity to get a little more well known quicker, and they did,
Exactly.
and they
Yeah.
did, and that's great. And same thing with the locations. We've had
Mm-hmm.
locations that I'd never heard of, and everybody else on the admin staff had never heard of, and
Right.
now they might be popular in the town, but not throughout North America and Europe.
No. Right.
And so we've had places that have been in the event that were struggling to
Mm-hmm.
stay open, and now they're busy, because
Yep.
people know about it now, and the word gets out there, and the video, the lives get out there, and it really helped the locations. Like I can think of two right off the bat that we helped, and now they're on the map, and people are going to their spots every weekend, or they're getting booked, and
Right.
that was the goal, to
That
get these
is.
locations booked.
Hmm.
So
Because this way they can be preserved. Because it
yeah,
takes a lot
exactly.
of money to
Yeah,
continue maintaining any location, especially an older location where it's held by sticks and
yeah,
glue there.
yeah.
Some places.
I don't
But
think people realize that it costs a lot of money to keep a location. Now, the only benefit that you have is if it's historical
right,
and it's part of the historical society, then you don't have to worry about the money and stuff like that, because that comes from the historical society, the money,
right.
and then obviously donations and all that stuff. But um, some of these places really, really, really struggle. You're
Hmm.
looking at upkeep, property taxes,
Hmm.
because some of these spots are on like big properties,
Hmm.
and the property taxes, I don't know what it's like in the States, but here in Canada it's huge.
Oh, depending on the state, but it could be really
Yeah.
expensive. Yeah.
So, and then if there's any damage by vandalism, you got to
Yep.
repair that. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. And I know a lot of places that have had to close because they couldn't afford to keep it open, and nobody was going to their location to investigate, because that's their bread and water, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
or bread and butter, or whatever you want to say. Um, but like there was a spot out here in Canada that it was a motel, and it was apparently, I'd never been there myself, but apparently it was very, very haunted,
Hmm.
and they couldn't get investigators to come in. But I think there's a double-edged sword there, because sometimes the reason people don't go is because it costs so much to go.
Right.
So sometimes that is a factor.
Hmm.
Like there's some places in the States that are just like just ridiculous on what they're charging people.
Hmm.
So that is the flip side of that. Like I never understand these people that own these locations. Like soon as they're on TV, they up their price by 300%.
Right.
If you if they really thought about it, they lowered their prices, you probably get a lot more people to come.
Right. So you'll actually get more money in the long run
Yeah,
instead of
and you're
having
solid, and
only
you'd be
one a
yeah,
week
you'd
or
be
whatever.
solidly booked for the next
Exactly.
2 years, 3
Yeah.
years. But
Exactly.
it's greed. It's the owners are just being greedy, and that's all it really is, to be honest. There's no other reason behind it.
Well,
If they
some
used to
just don't want
charge if they used to charge $700,
right.
and they got on TV with one of these fake paranormal investigators, they go from 800 to sometimes over 2,000, 3,000,
I've
and
heard
then they're not being
3,000.
booked anymore, and they wonder why.
I've heard
So
3,000, and I'm
yeah,
like, that's a whole event.
yeah,
Like whatever paranormal team is doing it, they got to do a whole event and get all these extra people come in, and each person pays their ticket, and that's the only way you're
mm.
going to get.
It's just it baffles me that these people, these wannabe investigators that are on TV, that are, in my mind, they're not really investigators, they're just actors.
Hmm.
um they're not real investigators, to be honest. And and people can come after me for that, I don't really care, to be honest. But
Well, it's
it's just as
it's
soon as they're on
Hollywood.
it's just as soon as they're on that property and they leave, these owners think, oh well, now I'm on TV, I can charge double the price now. So, and they wonder why they're shut in 2 years.
Right.
And but if they lower the prices, like the Octagon
Hmm.
in Kentucky,
Hmm.
beautiful place, incredibly haunted. Like it's really super haunted there. And they're they're hugely popular, and Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters and all those people have been there, and they only charge $300 for 14 hours.
That's I know.
$1,400, 13, $300. I think it's 150, and then everybody after that, I think it's $20 or something like that, or $30. But there was 5 of us. Was there 5 or 6 of us? 5 of us there, and maybe 6. I can't recall. 5 or 6, and it cost us $300 for the night.
You can't beat that.
We were there from 4:30, and we even actually got longer than 14 hours. We were there from 4:30 in the afternoon till 9 o'clock the next day.
Wow.
And it cost us $300. And they've been on TV. They've been Ghost Adventures has been there. Ghost Hunters has been there. They didn't raise their prices, and they're solidly booked all the time.
And that's why. Because
I wish some of these owners were a lot more smarter, but I understand that prices go up, property taxes go up. If you lowered your prices, you might get more people there.
You might, yes.
Like
especially right now.
Like I know a lot of these investigators are not paying this, and they're not going to these places anymore because they're not paying those stupid prices.
Right.
But what Penhurst? What do they charge? I think it's $1,700 or something like that. I don't. It might be a little bit more than that, and I don't know how well they're doing for business, to be honest.
Yeah, $1,700 is a lot.
And you have to have like 20 people there with you.
Exactly.
And what kind of investigation are you going to have like with 20 people there with you?
Where everybody's,
You'd have to worry about outside noise in that one. But, I wish, and, I might have a couple of owners come after me and say, well, you don't get it. You don't understand. Well, kind of do. I'm a business owner myself.
Right.
And, I know if that you lowered your prices, you wouldn't have any problems with people not coming. So, look at, again, just go back to Octagon Hall.
And they're
$300.
Yeah.
They're popular. They're hugely popular, and it's a fantastic place to investigate. I will say on the flip side of that, Bobby Mackey's, that was ridiculous, to be honest. $600 for like 5 hours. Like, come on. And I think personally, I think this is one of our biggest problems in the industry is what these people are charging people to come in. It's ridiculous, to be honest. So,
and yes, we understand that that's how you make your money, but also you're going to get more if the prices are reasonable.
Yeah. You can be booked every single day. I guarantee if a lot of these popular places in the States, and a lot of them are booked every weekend or every day anyways.
Right.
But I know just listening through the wall or listening to the ground that these big popular places are not so busy anymore.
Right.
And maybe if you lowered your prices, you would be. Because people can't afford that kind of money anymore.
No.
So, and they're going to all these small little places that nobody's really heard of.
Right.
And because it's only like $150 for like the whole night.
And the idea is to go out there and actually investigate. It isn't to really go out there to a famous place. It's just to go out there and investigate a place that is, haunted. Like
there's one place that I know, and it was part of the Global Ghost Hunt. I'm not going to mention the name. And from what I understand, he charges a lot. And I've seen several investigations at this place and never seen anybody capture anything. And he's charging a lot. And I kind of wonder even if his place is haunted. And because we seem to be getting a lot of that lately. All of a sudden, this stuff is coming out of the woodwork that my place is haunted. So come and investigate there. But
my place is haunted, but don't come and investigate.
Yeah, no, mine is too. And
I don't want it. I don't even want people to know where I live. Anyway.
But I'm telling you this much. If you turn on your SB7 here, you're going to get a lot of contact.
Right.
And I don't like to do that kind of stuff in my own place anyway. So I keep it outside.
Right.
But because you're you're only enticing them for them to speak, and then they won't stop.
Right.
So, but yeah, I've seen this place several times online with the Global Ghost Hunt, and I don't think it's haunted at all. But it is what it is. So
It could be haunted, but
it could be.
not as haunted as they led you to be. To think. Maybe just happens to be that those ghosts were taking vacation.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, Mister, come here. Come, come, come.
Max!
Max is causing problems. Max, go, go, go. Max, go, go. Yeah. So, hey, listen. At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the Global Ghost Hunt, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, and we'll continue doing it as long as people come and enter and want to be a part of it. So we'll continue doing it until then.
Yeah, and
So,
the good part about it is that all of us learn from it because with so many different ways of doing the investigations, we may pick up a little tip or here or there. There's some equipment that I was like, where did you get that? Because I
yeah.
want it. So,
Yeah, and we've had teams
Mhm.
that are watching the investigations, or people part of teams watching the investigation
Right.
and seeing something done that they've never seen before.
Exactly.
And that's why I was talking about earlier about styles and techniques
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So you might pick up a few things that you might want to experiment with yourself on an
Hmm.
investigation. I do notice Abyss, who's been with us every event.
Hmm.
They always do really really interesting things in their investigation, and then I see that being put into effect in other investigations that people that we're watching, and that's really cool,
It
because
is.
we're at the end of the day we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to get those answers on what's going on the other side, and that's the beauty of this event too, because if you're watching, you can, like I said, you can definitely pick up something that somebody else is doing, and
Hmm.
and that's good, because I think there's been one or two times where I was watching an event and they were asking particular questions. I go, "Well, interesting. I never thought about asking it that way,
Right.
and
Hmm.
I try to incorporate that into my investigations,
Hmm.
depending, obviously,
Right.
but and that's the beauty of this event. So
Right. It isn't just the team or the team members doing their own thing. It's the world watching and coming up with different ways that maybe resonate. Different equipment, because I'm telling you, there's some of those equipment I'm like, I have never seen that before.
mm.
And then you find out, oh, I got this in Amazon, and then you add this to it and that. I'm like, "Ugh, okay,
It's funny. Um, when I went to the UK a couple of years ago, and I was doing investigations with um, Emma and Rosie and
right,
Ghoul Gang, and then the Portal to the Paranormal with Nando and those and Rosie and all those guys.
hmm,
They were doing different things in their investigations that I thought was really cool, like the glass with the marble
yes,
in there, and I'd never seen that before, and I
right,
thought that was really cool.
hmm,
The the coin thing with that Abyss does.
yes,
I think that's really cool as well. So
mhm,
if you're a new investigator, come and check out Global Ghost Hunt, because you might pick up some things that you might want to use in your investigations. And that's
exactly.
another good thing about the Global Ghost Hunt. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
So what else is going on?
Oh, you have no more questions, or
Oh, that's it.
you run out of questions, or what's going on? Or were my answers too short? God,
No,
I hope he was going to talk longer.
no, 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 no. Not
Yeah.
that I ran out of questions. I just want to let you lead.
Oh,
Basically.
okay. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Well, what else is going on? Not a, you know what? Not a lot, other than, doing the acting stuff here in Canada, and that's where I'm from. If people don't know, I live in Toronto, and yeah, the summer.
So
Oh,
I know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well,
Global Ghost Hunt is only 2.5 months away.
I know. So we're basically focusing on that. So.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's once it starts getting closer, and then we have a better idea who's going to be there and who's not going to. Well, who's going to be there, the teams and stuff like that. So, I think we'll probably have close to 20 teams in total for this event, which is great. Which is great. Me personally, I would love to see 50, 60, 70, 80 teams. On the outside, I'd like that. But the inside, it'd be saying, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" But I would love to see 60, 70, 80 teams. That would be great. But realistically, that's really, really difficult to manage. So us having 10, 15, 20 teams, 20 investigations over those 10 days, it's great. And there might be a couple times where we might not have an investigation on a certain day, but usually somebody in the admin team steps up and they'll go out and do a short investigation, a live short investigation, which has happened. And, Raymond was known to do that. He would say, do you have any open investigations or days? I go, yeah, this day and this day. He goes, well, if you want, I can go out and go to a graveyard or whatever. And unfortunately, we're not going to have that this year with Raymond's passing. And
we are dedicating this year to him.
Yeah, we're and I don't know who came up with this idea. I'm not sure if it was. I'm not exactly sure who came up with this, but on the event. Or in the event, we're going to ask everybody, and people that didn't know Raymond Newsom. Raymond was bad with lighting, terrible with lighting. He hated lighting, and if he did have lighting, it was usually green lighting. And it's funny because if he did have good lighting and that we could see, it wasn't because of him. It was because of somebody else was creating that lighting. So it's just funny. God, I miss him so much. And so for this event, what we're gonna do, because of the lighting aspect of his events, which was very rare to have good lighting, we're gonna ask everybody if they can turn off their lights for 1 minute at the beginning of their investigation in tribute to Raymond. And I think he would love that.
I think he would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I think he'd be laughing. He goes, "You're an idiot, Brian, for doing that." Obviously sarcastically he'd be saying that, but and from what I understand too, because Matt is doing they're doing kind of an event with Brian Clary and somebody else. I think Jeff Matt might be coming down, and that was one of Raymond's closest friends. They're doing a museum. It's a radio kind of type of antique radios and all that stuff. It's been part of the event before, but I think they're going to be doing an event with the Newsom family on the Friday, and then the live investigation for the Saturday for the Global Ghost Hunt. So so a lot of Raymond's family are going to be there, which I think is fantastic.
It
is. And like I said earlier, God, I miss him so much. And he was one of a kind, and obviously I loved him to death, and I just miss him so much. And it's just so unfortunate his passing. So.
And I just think it'd be funny if he shows up in a way in the middle of that, all the lights are out, the darkness, shows up with a green light.
That would be hilarious. Every investigation, all of a sudden you saw as soon as they turn out the light, you see a flicker of green going across the screen. on
There you
every
go.
single investigation. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. That'd be that. Hey, listen, that would be Raymond.
There he would
That
be.
would be
There would
Raymond.
be.
And I know Raymond's going to be there in support with a lot of these teams. He's going to be able to
Yes.
travel to all these places and see all these investigations and
Trip them and
yeah,
say.
God, I miss him so much, and he was somebody I talked to every single day and
Mhm.
or every other day, and he's always giving me shit for something, and or being sarcastic about something, or being sarcastic to me about something in the group chat, or just me
Yeah.
in general, like he privately messaged me, and it's just it's
And take one word that you said and run with it, and
yeah.
be like,
It's
yeah,
just really,
okay.
really, it just really, really sucks that he's not here. It
Mm.
really is. But I will say this: I'm sure he's causing a lot of havoc upstairs as well. My God, I guarantee he's upstairs going, "Okay, how can we send you back?"
It's kind of late. We can't use that same body.
Yeah, God, yeah. That if they would have really put some thought into that, they probably would have kept him here for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh God, he was such a, and for people that are listening that don't know him, if just go over to Raymond Newsom on Facebook, and some of his interviews that he did, and
Mm.
some of the people that he interviewed, and just his dry sense of humor was so funny. So you just go over to Newsom Paranormal,
Right.
and which is his page, and yeah, he was so funny. I got two videos that are going to be coming out soon, and he's in the one video making fun because I'm Canadian. Which he always did. He always made fun of me because I was Canadian. So yeah, it was funny. Anyhow, yeah.
That's what it's all about, right? And that,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I have a feeling he will be doing something like that.
Do you?
Yeah, I just get that feeling.
Well, let's talk a minute about your spirit guides.
My spirit guides.
They got something wrong.
No, not yet. Not yet. They never know. So
they got something wrong.
They got something wrong.
Yeah.
Well, there is that free will. So I mean, they tell me things
Yeah.
that are going to happen as everything stands still, as is. But what can I say? So I worry about Max.
Good
Max
God.
is
He's like a mosquito you can't get rid of, a fly. He's like a fly that you can't get rid of. He's just always there, like I know, it's just he's that type of dog, right? He's a French bulldog, so they like to be around
people. Yes.
Their main owner, and they want to be by their side all the time, and he just wants to be like beside me all the time.
And then me. If you're giving attention to anything else, it's
oh God,
excuse me, I'm here.
Good Lord, if I'm paying attention to something else, he's like, yeah,
yeah.
Hey, but hey, listen, I love him to death, and he's a great dog. But if I knew then what I know now, yeah. There would be no Max here.
Yeah. But
you live and learn.
He
learn.
tugged at those heartstrings, and that was
it. God. Those little puppy eyes. When I first saw him, and he was looking at me with those puppy eyes. It's like he goes, guess what? I'm giving you these puppy eyes, and it's gonna suck you right in.
Yeah.
And it did. Mm-hmm. It did. So,
every single animal I've had done the same thing, whether it's a puppy eyes or kitten eyes. So,
get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Yes. Oh, I need to go to your house. You need me.
Yeah. Let me say this, people. I don't know if anybody who's listening to this has a French bulldog. If you're thinking about it, don't do it. Don't do it. Trust me on this. Do not do it. They are a walking vet bill. And their allergies are a pain in the butt. This dog has to take Apoquil every single
Really?
day. And Apoquil is not a cheap medication.
Wow.
And for
And
30 pills,
insurance don't cover it.
and insurance does not cover it because the reason they don't cover it is because it's a typical thing with these dogs.
Right.
So, and to get 30 pills, it's almost $150 for 30 pills, and he's got to take 2 a night. So that lasts
And
15 days.
To transfer that to US, it's going to be like almost $300.
Well, this is $300 every month. It's $300.
Yeah.
So for you, that would be around what, 240,
Give or
230,
take.
somewhere around there. Yeah, maybe a little more than that. But yeah, French Bulldog, don't do it. Don't. Walk away slowly. Don't look.
Back
no
up.
eye.
Back. No eye contact.
No eye. That's what I was going to say. No eye contact. Do not do eye contact, because once you do, you're sucked right in.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, he's a great dog. He really is. But unfortunately, I will say he is getting better. His allergies have gotten better. He's not having dog food. He's having human food.
Okay.
Which means he's having like sweet potatoes, meat, like a fish or a meat, vegetables, stuff like that. Healthy food he's getting.
Right.
So they were trying to transfer out that bad gut into a good gut. So slowly but surely, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Trial and error.
Oh my God, it's been a lot of trial and error for sure. He's a great dog, though. Anyways, we've gotten way off topic. We talked about Max for about 10 minutes. That's Max is a pain in the ass dog. Let's be honest.
He's always part of it, so might as well.
Well, he's always beside me. The dog never leaves me alone. Like as soon as I get up from the time I go to bed, he's like near me the whole time. Thank God I work from home. I don't know what it would be like if
he would be barking a lot.
So. I don't know about that because when I got him, I mean, he was 17 months old.
Okay.
And apparently the people that took him from the people that originally owned him, they were never home. So I don't know if he would have separation anxiety. To be honest, I think he'd be fine because I've left him for like 10, 15 minutes before.
Right.
And when I got back, he was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, then he trusts that you're not going to leave him behind.
No. Well, I will say this: there's been that thought. There has been that thought. So, anyhow, other than that, but if people are interested, they just go over to globalghosthunt.com. Sign up your team and register. You got an opportunity to be part of the documentary series. You're going to win some prizes.
Yep.
And get your team out there, get your team noticed, get your location noticed, and just have fun with it. And the great thing is you can go live. And if you can't go live, you can record it. Right. And then you'd send us the recording, and then we'll play it during the event. You get a thumbnail, you get a promo video before the event. So the thumbnails are coming out in September for the teams, and the promo videos will be coming out in October. Now the great thing is we use those promo videos for the introduction of your investigation. Right. So yeah. So go over and sign up. Sign up, and if you want, we do have something up there as well. We have a tribute for Raymond Newsom, and there is a GoFundMe account that's still up there, still active. If you want to contribute or donate to his family, obviously not wealthy people, right? And this is covering their costs for all the costs they had for Raymond's funeral and stuff like that. It's still up there. So if you want to go over and donate a couple of bucks, they're close to their goal. I think they're 120, 130 bucks away from their goal. And yeah, go over and donate a couple of dollars.
Yep.
Or you don't want to do that, you can buy one of the shirts, and some of the proceeds are going to Raymond's family as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
And that's at the bottom of the page.
And for those teens that are just starting out, or a group of people that decide to just start out, this is a great way to experience it. Great way to join in energy with other teams, because the energy of the whole group helps completely all the investigations.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
the collective.
And I will say, yes, because during that event, because we had an event last year that we had 3 investigations going on at once, and it was pretty cool, because there was stuff happening in one side of the world that they were getting answered at the other side of the world. I think there was a question that I asked and then got answered over in the UK, or was it the other way around? Do you recall?
We kept going back and forth with different questions to see if we because the first time could have been a fluke, but then we were like, oh, let's keep going here.
Yeah. So, stuff like that we do. We won't be doing that this year, but we might come back to it next year.
Yeah.
So
you never know.
It's just a lot of fun. We got teams from the UK. I do believe there might be a possible team from Australia that might be coming on board. I know I've spoken to her a few times about them wanting to do it. The only problem is they would have to do it in the morning. We would be showing it in the morning, because they would be investigating it at nighttime, because they're 12 hours ahead of us.
Right.
So we'd end up having to show it in the morning while they're investigating their location.
Right.
So, or is that how it goes? Or is it the
maybe
other way
they
around?
just want to think about recording it,
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
That
would solve the issue.
Right.
But people like to go live. If they have that opportunity to go live, they want to go live. Because right on the spot there. Right on the spot, going live is the best thing.
Yes, it is.
Because sometimes people will be watching, and they're live there in the investigation, and if somebody asks a question, then they can ask that person that question, and the person can ask the spirit. There's been multiple times where people have seen things that the investigators didn't see, and they were told, "Oh, we saw something over there." So there's good reasons why you want to go live.
Right.
So.
Okay. Anything else that you want to share with? By the way, I know somebody's going to ask me, so I might as well ask, even if it's towards the end of the show. When did you start in the paranormal field? When did you really start in the paranormal field?
It's got to be. It's almost 12 years, or it's a little over 12 years. Yeah, it's over 12 years now. I started with a local group that I was really interested in. I was really interested in doing it, not only because of my abilities that I'm able to do, that I've been able to do since I was 9, but it was more, I was interested in doing it because I guess I saw stuff on TV and something that I always wanted to do. So I met somebody that knew a local investigation group in the area, and went out with them a couple of times. And that's, it was probably 5 or 6 years later that I wanted to do it on my own. And that's where Huntophobia started. I didn't want to use my own name. Of course, I kind of regretted that down the line. I should have used my own name, but Huntophobia is my I don't really have a group. It's just basically me, but that would be considered my group name. Right. And I got a lot of videos on YouTube. I got a lot of my videos are on Paraflix. If people are interested in Paraflix, And if you haven't heard of it, it's a subscription-based model where it's all paranormal. If you're a paranormal enthusiast, this is the place you want to be. Paraphrase. You just download it, and if you want, you can use the promo code Huntophobia, which is HUNTA phobia, and you can get a discount. I believe. I think it's 10% for the year or something like that. But if you want, just use my promo code Huntophobia. You get a discount, and I think it comes out to like $1.99 a month.
There you go.
You know, so if you're interested in paranormal and you want to see everything, and there's so much on there that you can watch. So I put a lot of my videos up there. I'm in the middle of the 3rd season, so I got to complete that. And that's going to be with Bobby Mackey's and Octagon Hall when I finish those. So, and then I'll come out with season 4 or 5, and that's when I was in the UK. So those eventually will come out. It's been a couple of years I've had them. I've been holding on to them. So I would rather bring somebody on to edit them.
Right.
And then I just go through them. Right. And, but those videos will eventually come out as well. Maybe over the next year. Yeah, Huntophobia on YouTube, Huntophobia on Facebook. Yeah, Huntophobia. That's
all right. Perfect.
The SB7 Whisperer. The SB7 Whisperer. That's what they call me because of my contact through the SB7 is pretty fantastic. You know who started that? I don't know if you know this person, but the person who started that was David Taylor.
Really?
You know David Taylor?
I've heard of him, yeah.
David Taylor passed away in January. He's another friend that passed away. He passed away in January. He's the one that came up with the SB7 Whisperer. That's who started that. Yeah, just a little bit of useless knowledge.
There you go.
Or useless, not knowledge, useless information, I should say. Yeah, so.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank
again,
you.
people, sign up. Time is running short. And if you even have just a pull, a blink of an eye, just get in there, sign up, and then don't worry, all the details will come later.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Glenda. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure with you.
Same here.
Let's not start anything.
No, please.
Started. There you go.
By the way, people, I'm in Pennsylvania, all the way down here. He's all the way
I'm in Toronto.
Yes, all the way up there.
Going on? No.
Just very good friends. Yes. So have a good one, everyone. And as always, stay blessed. See you next week on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And love you. Bye.